Hi, Dr. Paul Haider here. You know, down through history we've had angels and different things come to us. What if they were not, some of them, angels? In the Mormon tradition, Joseph Smith had this, what he thought was an angel come to him, Moroni, and Moroni said, "We came from that star up there in the Pleiadians." And then he said, "Go to this cave and roll back a rock, you will find a golden book with writing on it. And these are ethics and ways to live." I think that's pretty straightforward, that maybe he wasn't an angel, but maybe he was from a different place, a different species. And what about Buddha? And he had these beings come to him that could fly and teach him all these different great ethics and different things. And they were huge and tall and different. And this type of thing has happened down through the ages. And in the African lore, they talk about these gods coming down and putting them into work mining and gold and different things. And in the Sumerian culture, they actually talk, which is one of the oldest cultures ever, talk about the Anunnaki engineering hominids so that they could create a line of beings that could work for them and do the mining. Perhaps they were never gods, but perhaps some of them brought great ethics to us that we were trying to learn. And so far we haven't achieved any of that. We still have wars going on. We're still not loving one another. But what about taking your place in the cosmos? In the Hindu text, it talks about over 400,000 civilizations out in the cosmos. Over 400,000. And I believe it's so. It's in either this dimension or multiple other dimensions also that they talk about. And there's the Defense Minister of Canada, former Defense Minister of Canada, Dr. Haider, and he says, these things have been here for a long time. It's been covered up, and there's multiple species, and about 4 of them that live on this planet right now at all times. And some of them walk among us and look like us, and the others are put away so we don't see them. And they brought us technology. And how did we go in the last 100 years to where we are now? But it doesn't preclude that they have brought us great things. That's all well and great, but how are we to take our place moving out into the stars if we keep fighting with each other? And as Lynn Taggart talks about, God, the Tao, the universe, it's everything in and around us, and then it's this, even in empty space, this energy which is that. That is the true God. And it also applies to all those other species out there. So, are we ready to take our place out there? Are we ready to let go of our fears and move on to a greater understanding of who we are, that we're not just this tiny little speck in the middle of nowhere and we're the only ones? Even a lot of scientists are saying, 1 out of 9 planets out there is probably has life of some sort out there in the cosmos. And we're looking for life-giving planets now. I think that they've always been here. They always will be here. But we have people trying to protect us or keep us from knowing things. And it's time for us to wake up. Time for us to become true spiritual beings, in the sense that we start loving each other and start caring for one another so we can take our place out there among all these other species. And can you see a whole bunch of other species coming down, looking at the world and see all these atomic bombs going off and people killing each other? But would you kind of go like that? I would. It's time that we get to know those, because they have far advanced cultures, and lots of technology that is beyond ours. That's, I'm sure, free energy and technologies that would allow us to take care of all the woes on this planet and clean it up within 10 years. Even the former defense minister of Canada talks about that. He has a 10-year plan if we would allow ourselves to understand that we're not alone, that we could use the technologies to create a whole new world. And there are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people who have seen something they can't explain. And I've even seen things myself. In fact, I even have a picture of two crafts hovering over the Vatican. And even the Vatican has come out and said, there's a possibility that there are alien life out there. And why would they do that if they didn't really know? So I ask that all of you start to go inside, find that peace, and we'll spread it throughout the planet. It's time for us to take our place among the stars. We are gods within God, and all of this is God. Remember, we can do this. We have the power. It's in the infinite field. I love you.